Today is the last installment of my reports from Rome on this very windy day, and the Synod will conclude tomorrow, and then we will celebrate with the Holy Father on Sunday at the Eucharist at St. Peter's. This entire 3-week period has been very enlightening to me in a personal way, as I've been able to dialogue and get to know bishops from around the world. We reminded ourselves even yet today that this is a pastoral synod, which means that we are looking at the everyday lives of people and seeing where God is working in their lives so that we can better serve them. It is a lot different than a doctrinal or dogmatic synod where we define doctrines and teachings of the Church. Rather, we're giving the Holy Father advice on how we as a Church can minister to those who are, as he has put it, on the peripheries. So my hope is that the document will really keep to that tone and also character of the Synod, that it is one that's filled with pastoral insight and also encouragement for people who are living in marriages and family life. It is, I think, an opportunity for us to step forward and let people know that we see how God is working in their lives. It's been a pleasure doing these reports over these 3 weeks, and I want to thank all the people at Catholic News Service for their help in making it possible. A lot of people have been working in the background over these 3 weeks to make sure that the bishops have a wider audience, and the folks at Catholic News Service have done that to my gratitude. Thanks to all, and I look forward to seeing all of you back in Chicago.
As Archbishop Cupich said, it's a beautiful but windy day. Rome has become La Città Ventosa, the windy city. And it's appropriate that we're talking to you in Chicago and the conclusion of the Synod on this beautiful windy day. It really has been a remarkable journey, the Synod has. And it's not just simply the conclusions of the Synod that are important. And I think actually those conclusions are going to be more by way of a general orientation for the Church, especially in its pastoral practice. But the event itself is very important, and the theme. And let me tell you why. Because as I look back on the whole experience, what we have come to recognize is that the Church is a family, and families are churches. What I mean is that the Church is a family. St. Paul, in his letter to the Ephesians, says, "You are strangers and aliens no longer, but members of the household of God." You're part of God's family. And that means that the Church is a place where everyone has a place around the table. The Church has a destiny, that we're all going to our Father's house. The Church is a family, and we have to continuously understand and unfold the meaning of that reality. The other side is that every family, every Christian family, is a church, a domestic church. For you see, in the family, the Word of God is received. In the family, people pray and bring each other to the sacraments. In the family and from the family, people go out into the world in service and in mission. Every family that is a family of believers is a little church, a domestic church, constituted by word, prayer, and service in the world. So you see, when you step back, this Synod has helped us to understand in a new way, a deeper way, that the Church is a family, and families are church. And we ought to thank God for the grace of this time. And it's not finished. In a certain sense, as the Synod concludes, the task and the responsibility continues, and by God's grace will bring us home.